If I told you that this NASA engineer makes over $30 million a year, would you believe me? Well, this is Mark Rober. He sent the rover to Mars, but working at NASA is far from how he built a $30 million a year business. And I was just as intrigued as you might be to learn how he went from working at NASA to making over $3 million per month at his business Crunch Labs off the back of his YouTube channel. And no, it's not through selling sponsorships or AdSense or merch. It's something entirely different, and it's very genius. So today we're going to look behind the scenes at the reason for this massive success. And if you're a business owner, the lessons you'll learn today will help you sell more of your products or your services. And if you stay till the end, you'll see if his marketing is good enough to get me to pull out my wallet and send Mark $300. So I want to start first by looking at how he advertises Crunch Labs, which is in his YouTube videos. In this video right here, he got over 19 million views, which is a heck of a lot of eyeballs on his products. But that's not the surprising part. The surprising part is the way he advertises it. Let's go ahead and watch this.
To gratuitous amounts of broken glass, I'm gonna start off with a little broken glass of my own. 3, 2, 1. Nice shot, Eloise. I'm Mark Rober, and for over a decade, I've been making YouTube videos to showcase what it means to think like an engineer.
So if we look at the ad, he obviously has a very strong pattern interrupt in the beginning of the ad, the glass breaking. But what's really interesting and what he does extremely well here is he doesn't make his ad like a distraction from the video. In fact, it's very entertaining, very fun to watch.
But what exactly does that mean? You ready?
One thing to mention too is he already stated the promise of Crunch Labs, to think like an engineer. And then he adds in an open loop. But what does that mean? And then it transitions to this cool clip where they're blown up, whatever that is.
Whoa. Thoughts?
Probably less catalyst.
Good call. It means failure's part of the process. It's how you learn. And thinking this way makes you a better soccer player or piano practicer because you're resilient and you keep tweaking and trying until you get it right. Or you can just come up with a totally different solution.
So again, they're showing how Crunch Labs will allow you to think like an engineer and get better results in life and just be more creative. And I mean, you can kind of fill in all the blanks as to how this product that we don't even know what it is yet will help you.
Because if you think like an engineer, you think differently. And that unlocks creative new ways to have fun. And that's exactly why I created Crunch Labs, where you get a super fun toy that gets delivered to your porch every month.
Now we know what the product is, we know what the offer is, a super fun toy that gets delivered to your door every month. And in just a second, I want to show you how he's marketing to both kids and parents because it's absolutely genius.
Thanks, Mark Rober.
You're gonna love that one, Sarah. See you next month. And then you put it together with me as I teach you all the juicy physics that make them work. So if you want to train your brain to see the world in a whole new light while having a ton of fun at the same time, just go to crunchlabs.com right now and reserve yours.
And boom, finishes off with an amazing call to action. So if we look at the structure here, it's a quick pattern interrupt, a hook, right, with the glass breaking, a promise, and then he kind of transitions into the story of, teaching your kids to think like an engineer and the reasons why that's so great, and then a call to action at the end with a URL, crunchlabs.com. Secondly, there's this little box down here on YouTube where you can go and click it. And third, a QR code. And the reason why that's important is he's making it as easy as possible to get you off of YouTube and on to Crunch Labs. So let's do just that. Let's head over to Crunch Labs and see how he's getting you over the line to purchase this product. So when you click on this, you land straight on the product page. You bypass the homepage, which we'll look at in just a second because it's very good there too, and that's also driving in sales. But before we dive into this, I want to explain why this is such a great product for his audience. You see, most creators sell merch and sponsorships and make money off of AdSense. But the real reason why Mark has been able to catapult his business is because of something called product market fit. If you're an entrepreneur, I'm sure you've heard about it. But what is product market fit? Well, it's the ability to create a product that the market resonates with and wants. And how do we know if they want it? Well, they pull out their credit card and buy the product. And within 6 months of creating Crunch Labs, Mark has over 100,000 subscribers, which is pulling in over $3 million per month. So rather than selling merch Mark really engineered an amazing product for his audience. But the other thing he does exceptionally well is he's selling to both the parent and the kids. You see, he has language around kids love us and even think like an engineer. Yes, maybe kids think that's cool, but more so to the parent who's watching the ad, that's more of a promise to the parents than it is the kids, because an 8-year-old kid might not necessarily care about that. But the parent, after the kid runs into the room like, Mom, Dad, I want to get Crunch Labs, when they watch the ad or they go to the website and they see that promise, they're going to think, wow, my kid can have fun. They really want to do this. And they're going to learn something that's actually going to teach them. All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and do it. And that's really an essential part of this success, because yes, you need the kids to want it, but you also need the parents to pull out their wallets and buy it. So if we dive back into the website, we're going to see exactly how they're selling the product. First off, if you look up at this header, this is genius. This is what I was just talking about selling to the parent. New year 2024, less screen time, more hands-on creativity. Do kids care about that? Probably not. But as a parent, that is like the best promise you could give. And then a call to action, subscribe to the build box. And then we have the headline, think like an engineer, build a new toy each month with Mark Rober, years of learning and fun, call to action, get started. And then the next section here, we have how it works, build, play, think like an engineer. Again, they're continually harping on that promise that they're making to parents and kids. So we have this next section, let's pick your plan. We have 3 tiers, New Year special, which is annually, a monthly plan and a quarterly plan. Very interesting to split it up that way, but I think that's very, very smart. One thing that I think they could do better here is adding in a discount for multiple kids. Because if you have, multiple kids, they probably want to each do it on their own. So if you had, $30 for one kid, $50 for 2 kids, something like that could work really, really well and allow them to increase their average order value. What's interesting here is this annual plan they're putting on the left. Typically, these convert best when they're in the middle. This says New Year's special. That's great. Promoting this for the new year. I think this is the price they always do, but kind of adding in some scarcity there that this might be going away soon, and it saves $60. And I like how they position this. This says 2 months free. And because you're getting $5 off, it's 2 months free. So rather than just save $60, it's 2 months free. And this one's 1 month free. And you're also committing to pay for an entire year. And then they have the 3-month subscription, which is paying quarterly, which is more expensive per box, but you're not committing to an entire year. And they have gift to build box subscription. That's genius, because if you're like a grandparent, that's a great option for people that might be coming to their site. For the wildest wanderers and the mischief makers, Crunch Labs is for everyone excited to explore. Look at this copy from the mind of a NASA engineer and YouTube prank legend. NASA engineer, I think that's just such a unique benefit that Mark Rober has, especially again, to parents like, oh man, a NASA engineer, my kids want to learn from this guy. All right, sounds good. We have some sort of quote here about us. That's probably, again, really, really important, because kids, they're not going to care, but parents, they want to make sure this is a real person. And they have this kind of social proof section where they show off different kids actually doing it. 5-star review showcasing that. And then I love this section. Crunch Labs is a real place. And the reason why I love this section is because he's answering the objections that parents might have. Like, is this just some guy in his garage, shipping out these boxes? Is this box really going to come to my house? But he's answering the objection that this is a real place. And he does something very, very smart here. He has this giveaway that one lucky person is going to get a chance to get a platinum ticket to meet and create with Mark for an entire day. I mean, talk about a promise just to really entice people and put them over the edge. And he has more social proof, talking about all these different places he's been featured on. And then this next section, toys built in an afternoon, lessons learned for life. Again, he's promoting the promise that people get from doing this. Just go ahead and let's choose a plan. Let's say we're going to go for the yearly plan. It takes us to the product page. What's interesting, I wonder actually, if you go back here and you click on, say, the quarterly plan. Okay, nice. So the text built out there where it takes you to the same page, but it chooses a different option, which is great. That could be a tech bug that could really be hurting conversions. They have most popular on the annually because that's the one they want. They want all the money up front because that allows them to get their cash flow down, not waiting month after month for more income. A really good product imagery, video that I'm sure is great, picture of a kid actually using it, and more great product imagery. Add to carts, automatically renews. And then he has these trust badges, free shipping, free DIY toy every month, win platinum tickets to Crunch Lab, exclusive Mark Rober video with every build, what's included. Again, really great copy. Build it yourself toy each every month, 30-minute video, chance again to win a trip, free shipping, annual subscription, and get 2 months free. And then he gives a sneak peek inside the boxes, which again is really, really great, showing that it's real and also adding the intrigue for the kids. And as a parent, this looks really, really cool. I would love to, like even honestly build these myself. Kids love us. Once again, tons of reviews, more social proof. Again, showing how it works. Again, the quote, more social proof, and frequently asked questions to answer any objections people are going to have at the last second. Hey, can they do this on their own? What age is this? What tools are needed? Just questions that I'm sure they're getting in their email inbox that are going to keep people from buying. But let's see how it gets you over the last edge. So if you click add to cart, it says name and birthday. So let's see if I put in my name, put in my birthday, and they have this option here, include discreet packaging for $5, first box only. That's so if you want to, make it a gift, it's $5 more. That's a really good idea. Awesome. So then you go to their checkout here. I like how they kind of gamified it a little bit. Cart, checked off. We're on the information stage, shipping and payment. That looks really, really good. You have a discount code section. And again, it's $300. So Mark is doing a ton of things well here, and there's probably a few optimizations he could make. But all in all, this business is genius. What I want to go over really quick is the math as to how well this is probably working. Because the real secret behind Crunch Labs, yes, it's a great product, but it's all the work that Mark has done for the past 12 years to build an audience of over 29 million subscribers. So this video alone right here got 19 million views in the last 4 weeks. And if we look at the math of how much this single video probably produced, if we figure, it got 19 million views, it probably got a 1% click-through rate, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower. 1% click-through rate would have resulted in 190,000 people going to crunchlabs.com. Of the people that go to crunchlabs.com, we can probably figure, an industry standard 2% conversion rate. It might be lower, it might be as high as 4% conversion rate. That would result in 3,600 new subscriptions at $30 a piece. That's $108,000 every single month, which means that's $1.296 million. And honestly, their average cart value is probably higher than $30, considering some people pay $300 up front. So with one single video, rather than selling a sponsorship spot for however many hundreds of thousands he could do that for, he made $1.2 million off a single video. So this business has already become a $30 million a year business. And I'm very intrigued to see where it goes just in the next few years. I mean, if they've already got 100,000 subscribers, which is less than 1% of their entire audience, once they get 1% of their entire audience, that'll be 290,000 active subscribers, paying them $30 every single month, which is over $87 million a year, which is why Crunch Labs is such a genius business for Mark Rober. That's it for this video on how Mark Rober has made over $3 million per month with Crunch Labs. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. I'll see you there.